Welcome back everyone. So in today's video we will be switching gears and we will be jumping over to Databricks. So this is going to be the first video of a number of series that we will be doing on Databricks as a data engineering platform. And so in today's video I will be walking you through Databricks Free Edition. So we will go through the features of Databricks Free Edition, how to sign in, some of the limitations, and we will log into the platform and create our first table. All right, so let's jump to it. So again, I will be going through a very high level overview of what features are available for you for Databricks Free Edition. I will go through some of the limitations, and then we will jump over to the platform, sign up, and then go through some of those good stuff. Okay. All right, so before we go into the features, these are some of the ways that you can access Databricks platform, right? So if you are new to Databricks, these are some of the ways. So the first one here, which actually was the previous one, is this community edition. So this is legacy way. I think as of today, this is 2025 July. Databricks still gives you option to log in through the legacy edition, but in their last yearly conferences, the Databricks released this free edition. So this free edition is actually, the UI is very similar to how the enterprise version of Databricks looks as of 2025 July, right? So this free edition is the new UI version. So you can still log in through the community edition, but if you want to enjoy the latest features of Databricks, you should use the Databricks Free Edition. So this is the version that we will be using today, okay? The Databricks Free Edition. And then if you want to use the paid version, or to get a feel really of how the paid version looks like, then you can go through the trial version. So you can log in either through AWS cloud environment or Azure or GCP and try their full-fledged version for 14 days. So that option is also there for you if you want to do that. And then of course now the premium version, which is the paid version, is also another way that you can access the environment. So if you want to pay the full paid version, you can do that, but again we will be going through the Databricks Free Edition. Now there are some of the limitations also with the Free Edition, but you should be able, if you're trying to learn the environment, you should be able to play with the Free Edition and get what you need, right? All right, so let's go through some of the high level features that come with the Free Edition. So you can use the Free Edition to build AI applications and agents. Okay, so you can prepare data, experiment with foundation models, and deploy, evaluate, and govern AI systems. You can also collaborate on data science and machine learning projects. So you can create shared notebooks to work with others in real time and publish your results for others to review. And this is also ideal for group projects, tutorials, and collaborative environments or experimentations. You can explore and analyze real datasets. So the Databricks Free Edition comes with SQL editor or notebooks that you can create, and you can run and explore your datasets inside these editors, right? And we'll be diving into this later once we sign into the environment. You can also create interactive dashboards using Genie AI to visualize your data, right? And you can also again use the AI to just use natural language processing. Prompt into the AI, and then it's going to scan your data, create your dashboards, or you can just write your queries and create the dashboards as you wish, right? So all of these features are available also within the Databricks Free Edition. You can design and test data pipelines, so you can ingest, transform, orchestrate data across different sources using Legflow. So Legflow is also a feature, latest feature in Databricks that they released recently. So you can connect to various databases or data sources like SQL Server. I think Oracle is also there. So there are various ways that you can ingest your data into Databricks. You can also go just through the traditional bringing your data to S3 or GCS or just data lake, and then from there bring it to Databricks. or you can even upload a file into the environment as well. So there are various ways in which you can ingest data into Databricks, and then from there you can go ahead and transform this data. We will also be diving into this in future videos. So that's one feature also that comes with Databricks Free Edition. And then the last one here is access the Databricks Assistant. Okay, so you can use the Databricks Assistant to get in-product coding help. The assistant can suggest, explain, and fix the code directly within notebooks, queries, and files. Okay, so this is also another feature. So basically, what this one does is, if you run your query and it fails, the assistant will tell you, oh yeah, this is your code might have failed because of this, and it will suggest you how to fix that. And for most of the time, that works pretty well. Okay, so that's also something that's available with the Databricks Free Edition. All right, and so some of the limitations, as we mentioned with the Free Edition, so the computing, when you go into the category of compute, you only get one single cluster, and this one is small, and in this scenario it's only SQL data warehouse, so you don't get the traditional general compute purpose and all of that, right? So you only get one serverless SQL data warehouse, and that is the in small size. It gives you up to a maximum of 5 jobs and only one data pipeline. All right, so that's one thing to note. And then some of the other unsupported features with the Free Edition, so you don't get R or Scala. So when we run our notebooks, it's only available in SQL and Python. Maybe they will change this down the road, but as of today, only SQL and Python are supported. So if you want to run Scala or R, they are not available in the Free Edition. So you only also get one workspace, and you do not get SSO. So if you want the SSO feature, you will need to go into the enterprise version for that, or the paid version. There's no privacy guaranteed for this, and it's not for commercial use, so you cannot process sensitive data in this Free Edition. So this is only for, again, learning environment. So if you just want to know how to use a tool, play around with it, this is what the Free Edition gives you. All right, so this is not for commercial purposes. Activity and support. So if the account deletion after an activity, we also don't get like product support for this. So if you do not use your account for some time, then Databricks might delete it if you don't actively use it. So that's just one thing to note. And then it says here, no cluster persistence, poor file accessing, UI lag. Some of this general performance, you may not get the performance that will meet the general or the paid version, really. Okay, so let's jump into the dashboard now, or the environment, and see how we can sign up and also do our quick demo. All right, so I'm going to log in now, and we will go into Databricks. So I'm going to just type here Databricks Free Edition, right? Okay, so you can go through the general Databricks and then navigate into the Free Edition, or just type into your UI the way I did here. So once you do that, we will visit this one, Databricks Free Edition here. So this brings you into the Databricks documentation, and basically it walks you through what you need to know about this Free Edition. So as you can see here, Databricks Free Edition here is a no-cost version of Databricks designed for students, educators, hobbyists, and anyone interested in learning or experimenting with data and AI. So you don't pay again for this. This is free, and it's available for you if you just want to learn or use Databricks to teach others. So it's just generally for educational purposes. Okay, so you only get one Databricks workspace. So we've gone through that. These are some of the points that we were covering. And then you can go down here to sign up. Before we sign up, let me quickly show you the limitations page, because there are some other limitations that we didn't cover. Okay, so Databricks Free Edition is a no-cost offering and does not include guaranteed reliability support or a service level agreement. Free Edition accounts include many of the latest Databricks releases, but some features may be limited or unavailable. Okay, so that's just one thing to note. So you won't get everything that you need in this Free Edition. So you go here to compute limitations. All purpose is limited to small cluster sizes. You only get one SQL data warehouse and it's limited to 2x small. All right. We mentioned you get up to maximum 5 concurrent jobs and 1 active pipeline per pipeline type, right? All right, so these are some of the things. You go down here to unsupported features. Here we mentioned R and Scala is not supported. Custom workspace storage locations is not supported. Online tables, clean rooms, agent bricks, all legacy Databricks features, leg-based database instances. So these are not supported with Free Edition. And when you go to administrative limitations, you only get one workspace and one Metastore account. No access to the account console or account level APIs. No compliance enforcement, security, or private network configurations. All right, so workspace admins can add users and assign the admin role, but the users cannot be removed from an account. Okay, so that's one thing to note with this one. And you also have authentication is limited to email OTP, so you do not really have single sign-on for this. Okay, these are some of the additional limitations here. Databricks may delete free editions. Okay, so we mentioned that if you don't use it for a long time, they will remove it. Free edition accounts are not covered by Databricks support. All right, so if you run into issues, then you cannot get product support from Databricks. All right, and then free edition accounts may not be used for commercial purposes, and also a free edition cannot become Databricks marketplace providers. Okay, so those are the limitations that are available or that come with the free edition. But again, like we mentioned here, this is generally good if you just want to get a feel of the UI. So if this is your first time using Databricks and you just want to know how the UI looks like, then the free edition is a good place to start. Or even if you already know Databricks and you just want to have something for yourself to run quick queries and things like that, then the free edition is good. Again, you have this forever, you don't pay for it, so it's pretty cool for that. There are some quotas also. I don't know if they mentioned it here. If you read through this documents, it comes with some quotas. Yeah, there it is. If you exceed your quota, your workspace compute resources will be shut down and available for the rest of the day, and in extreme cases, the rest of the month. Okay, so while your compute will be unavailable, your data and settings will not be deleted. All right, so if you're using the free edition and sometimes you run into situations where your pipelines are not running or your queries are not running, or even the cluster is showing some warnings, it might be because of the quota itself. Okay, so just that's something that you want to keep in mind if you're using the free edition. All right, so now that we've gone through the features, the limitations, let's now jump into the demo, right? So let's go ahead and sign up and let's see how the UI looks like. So you can do that within the free edition here. So if you go, and I'll put this in the description. I'll put the link for this in the description, but it's right here, right? So Databricks Free Edition sign up. So just click that, and sometimes you may have to, because this is for sign up, so I don't know if the login page for this one is here. I don't think it is this one here. So let's actually, I'm going to sign up, right? But sometimes, like once you log in, once you sign up and you already have your email address, you don't want to keep signing up, because when you do that, then it will you will run into an error because your email is already there. So in situation like that, you can just go and go to the login page here, in which case you can just go and I think the sign up, use legacy free edition, it should be somewhere here. Yeah, login, you just put your email here and continue with email, it will log you in. But in this scenario, I'm going to sign up with a new email, so I'm just going to put the email for that. Okay, so you put your email and then click continue. What they will do is they will send you a verification codes, and so just go to your email and then enter that code right there. So I will do that. So I'm going to go to my email and then I will enter the code. Okay, so they will send you a code, so I'm going to do that. All right, there we go. So once you do that, then you will get an account name here. So if you are fine with the account name, then proceed. So with this one, we will just leave it as it is. You can customize this, of course. And then now let's hit continue. Which country you are, you know, you can list the name of the countries. So for me, I'm in the US, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so protect your account. Okay, so right here you get a password here. So what is the password? So match the number of rocks with the number on the left. So we have 3 here. Okay, so this is 1. How many are these? 1 2 3 4, I guess. This is more. Okay, this is 3. All right, so we have 3 right here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so verification is complete, and then now let's see if it's going to log us in. There we go. All right, so it is setting up our account now, and this might take a few seconds to set our workspace. Okay, so again, in like our notes we saw, it's going to give us 1 workspace. So it's doing that, and there we go. So we are in now, and you can see now this is how the UI looks like when you first get in, right? So you can say here, welcome to Databricks, and you know, it has any recent favorites, popular, and all of that. So this is how the UI looks like. Now on the right side here, you will get your account. You'll see your account here. You'll see the settings, and this one generally contains like information about your account and all of that. So if you want to manage this, you can go through all of this identity access stuff. So this is just for settings, and you know, if you want to do anything about the account and users and things like that. Okay, so that will be under the settings. You do have a workspace here, so you can see you only get 1 workspace with a free edition, but if you go to the paid one, then you can have several workspaces here. So you can have dev, UAT, and prod also in your workspaces. So that is on the right corner here. And then when we go to the left side here now, which is where we will be spending most of our time, we do have our workspace here, so you can write and run your queries on this section. And we have the catalog. Okay, so the catalog basically is where now you will have your tables, your basically where you maintain your data really. So this is the data catalog section, and you can see in our workspace we get 1 default schema, and you can but by default when you sign up you can you get assigned with default schema, but you can create another one if you need, and we will be doing that in a little bit. When you go down here, you do get the pipelines, jobs and pipelines. So this is where you create your workflows. We will be digging deeper into this section later. So this is basically where you can ingest your data, you can create your ETL pipelines, you can do your orchestrations and all of that. And then we go to the compute section here. If you see the compute here, currently we only get 1 serverless starter data warehouse, and we mentioned in the notes the size that you get is 2x small. So this is the default size that you get, and it is serverless, so you don't get any other size. And if you see here, this one is grayed out, so that means that you cannot create additional SQL data warehouse. And if you also go to compute also, you only see these options here, the SQL warehouse, vector apps, vector sergeant apps right here, right? So now if you have used the paid version, then you do get more options on this page here. So generally you get an option here to create a compute instance, and you can go through the template for that and fill it, but only this one, because this is a Databricks limited version, you don't get to do all of that, right? So that is on the compute here. This is what you see, and that is what you get right there. So this one currently is not active, but you can start it if you like, but I'm not going to start it now. We'll do it later. And then you can go to the rest of this. So you can go to marketplace. Marketplace here, you can download some data. You can also see some partners for Databricks here, right? So all of that is under marketplace. Okay, and then SQL editor. So SQL editor here, you can run your queries here. So basically on the left side, it will have your catalog, workspace where your data and tables and views and all of that are contained, and you can come here and run the queries against that data. So if you want to analyze your data or just query your data and run queries, you can do that inside the SQL editor. So that will be under SQL here. And for any queries that you've run in the past, that will be here. And we have the dashboards down here. Chini is the AI, so you can use this to just ask questions, natural language. Okay, so you see, ask questions about your data in natural language. So basically you can ask here, can you create me the top users or the top sales from this table and things like that. So that is what this Chini AI, and it's built into Databricks. So that's what it does here. We have a lot query history, SQL warehouses, all of that. And then the data engineering section here, you have your job runs. So if you have a job that you have scheduled or that runs frequently, then it's going to be showing here. So currently there's nothing here because we just signed up. And then when you come to data ingestion here, this is where the leg flow thing comes in. So if you want to ingest your data from different sources, you can get that from like Salesforce. So these are the current ones that are enabled. So Salesforce, Workday, ServiceNow, Google Analytics, both of these are currently in preview. But you can also upload files, right, from your local environment. You can just go ahead and hit upload here, or you can create a table from S3. Of course, this is going to prompt you to connect to S3 and all. Okay. These are some of the other connectors here that we have. The list is a bit longer here. Okay, so this is pretty good here. So you can ingest data from all of these connectors here to Databricks. And then if you are into machine learning, you can go down here into AI ML. You have playground here, and you can write your models here. You can do experiments here. You know, we have features, models, serving, and all of that. So if you are a data scientist, then this is the section most likely you'll be using the most. Data analysts and data engineers, probably most of your time will be spent up here. Definitely for engineers, you will be ingesting data and writing workflows, pipelines, and things like that. Okay, so this is how the UI looks like. And now let's go into our last piece of this. Let's create a table and then query that table, see how it looks like, right? So for that, we will go up here to let's first go to catalog. Okay, in our catalog currently we only have one default schema. Let's create a schema actually. So we will go here under our workspace, and I don't think you can rename this. This is the one that Databricks provide you. It's just called generally workspace. Let's create a schema under this workspace. So we will go ahead and name this schema dev. And for external locations, we don't get this option, but generally you can select the storage location for this. But for this one, this is just, I'm not going to specify the rest of this, so we'll just name it as dev and go ahead and create this. Okay, so our dev schema now has been created, and you can see right here that we have that dev schema here. You can see the details for this new one. Okay, so when it was created, who the owner is, and then permissions also. You can see the permissions here. Now if you create it, then you get to grant permissions to other users or principals in this workspace here. Okay, all right, so now that we have created our schema, let's go ahead and use this. So for that, let's go to SQL editor here, and for this we will just create a very basic table from Databricks documentation, right? So we'll go here, let's open this, create your first table and grant privileges. So just go ahead and create a table and see how it looks like. So if you scroll down here, it's saying use which catalog to use. Of course, ours is only one catalog, so you can select that, but you can, if you have several of them, then you can choose which catalog to use. And then from here, let's create now the table here. So I'm going to copy this, and then we will go right here. Okay, so create table if not exists. Okay, so this one is the which schema do we want to create this table. So by default, it's taking our default schema. Remember, we have that schema here. So I'm just going to change this, and we want to create this table under dev schema here. Okay, that's it. All right, so we'll get a table with these 3 columns here. let's go ahead and execute this. So what it's going to do is it's going to start the server, the SQL server, and then execute our query. So you can see this one, the serverless starter warehouse now has started, and it is currently executing our query. Okay, so again, because this is a super small data warehouse or a cluster compute, this is going to take a little bit, a few seconds to complete. But anyway, it has completed. So if you expand now your table here, you can see that we have the department table, and it does have 3 columns as we indicated here. You can proceed then and query this table. Of course, the first time we query this, it's not going to have any records. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So you can just run it as any regular query on any editor that you're using. This is using for the most part, it uses the general ANSYS SQL. Okay, so all right, so this one is not returning any rows because we do not have data. Let's see if we have okay, so let's insert these records now. So we'll copy this, I'll bring it here. Let's go ahead and insert those records. So just need to make sure that we put our schema properly. Okay, so just replace that, and let's go ahead and execute this. All right, so this is also going to insert these records now into our table right here, and then we now should be able to start using this table. Okay, so you can see here number of affected records 2, and 2 records were inserted. So if we query this table now, we should have 2 records available in this table. There we go. All right, so we do have the 2 tables now here, and from here now you can go ahead and use your table for your insights. You can run queries, whatever queries you need to run for this table. But basically, that is how the SQL editor looks like. If you want to open a new editor window, you can go ahead and do that here, and another one right here as well. Okay, so that is the UI, and you can see up here it says Free Edition, Databricks Free Edition. Now that is basically what I wanted to show you guys in this video. In the next video, we will be digging deeper into this UI. We will explore notebooks, how to create notebooks, like Python notebooks, SQL notebooks. Of course, those are the only languages supported. We will also go into jobs and pipelines. I will show you how to create a data pipeline in Databricks, and then also we can explore how you can orchestrate your pipelines with jobs. All right, guys, so definitely do stay tuned. We will be digging deeper into the Databricks functionality, especially the data engineering piece of it. All right, guys, so that's what I wanted to show you in this video. Just quickly walk you through the Databricks Free Edition, what are the features, what are the limitations, and then we signed up, and also just go through a very high level overview of the UI. All right, so I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please give it a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to the channel in order to stay updated for videos like this in future. All right, guys, I will see you then in the next video. Bye bye.